Hi everyone! In today's video, I'm going to be showing you all my travel art supplies that I take with me on the go, whether I'm urban sketching or whether I'm painting or drawing at a coffee shop or at a restaurant. These are the supplies I take, and I usually keep it to a minimum, and I don't have too many supplies that I take with me. You're free to take however many supplies and whichever supplies you like to use and you prefer to use. I prefer to keep it few because I do use a lot of different mediums, and I don't want to have a range of different mediums to choose from. I just want a few that I can pick what I want to use just to get straight into the painting or drawing process. So let's get straight into this video. So the first thing is your sketchbook. Now this is just a regular sketchbook. It's not any particular sketchbook. It's not a watercolor sketchbook, this one. It's just meant for ink work and for pencil work as well as working with pen. And I use it for watercolors and it works fine. It's not the best for watercolors, mainly for pencil and ink, but it works fine for me. I'm not too precious about it. If I don't have a particular page not looking that good, or if I mess up a page, I can just turn over and do another painting. So I'm not so particular about what I produce here, although I try to produce good art in here as well. It's something I like to have good pieces when I finish with the urban session or painting outside. But yeah, I'm not very particular with what kind of book I use. Just a regular sketchbook. This is a bit of a chunky one, but it is an A5 size, so it's quite small and it can fit into a bag nicely. You can get thinner books, or you can get something smaller. Like I also would recommend, if you want to take out on the go, you could maybe take a sketchbook like this. This is an A6, I believe. Yeah, I think this is an A6. Yeah, this is an A6, and this is also a nice size sketchbook to take with you. This is also meant for ink and pencil, but I think it can work well with watercolors as well. And it's a nice compact size. It's not that thick, and it's quite a small, handy size book, which you can do some quick sketches, even some quick plans and ideas. If you have anything, you can put them down on projects you're working on or future projects. So I think a size like this can also work well. Now, getting into the paint. Now, I usually use this set of paint. This is the Aquafine set of paints. You can see at the back, this is Daler Rowney Aquafine. This is the travel set, and I think the set is quite convenient for me because it's got all the colors that I need. I do have a swatch of all the colors on top on just regular printer paper. On the back, there is a place on the lid, on the back of the lid, to use for mixing colors, although I don't use that. I just use these little wells they have provided at the bottom to mix colors. I think this is a perfect set because you can mix any other colors that I need, and it does have basically all the colors that you need. You don't need more than this. And then also it does come with this little brush, round brush as well in it, but I don't use this much because usually when I am on the go, I prefer to use a water brush which has water already in it, so I don't have to worry about you know, carrying a cup for water. But I will show you other options that you can use if you're using a brush. But this is the set that I usually take along with me when I'm out and about and I want to paint outside somewhere, wherever I am. You can also take a set like this. Now this set I don't really take out. This is the set I use for in my studio for all my drawings, the watercolors. This was actually an empty, this is a Mungyo palette that I bought. It comes empty without any pans, and then I bought the Mungyo pans, and then I filled it with the Faber-Castell watercolor tubes. I just filled it with the paint, and it's perfect for holding all the colors that I need and all the colors that come in the set. I do have a swatch again on regular paper. You can mix colors there as well, but I just use the side. As you can see, it's been used a lot. But yeah, this works perfectly fine. Although if I were to take this with me, or you take one like this, you would need to carry a brush with you. Usually if I were to take this set, I would usually take this brush because it's a Faber-Castell number 6 round, and I love using this particular brush. So usually that'll be the one I would go for. Also, I just want to show you, if you want to take a smaller set, it doesn't have to be this set, it doesn't have to be this one. You can take something smaller. So you get these pans. This is how this pen came actually when I got it. It's actually a Mungyo pan set. It comes empty. This is how it looks. This is a smaller size to that one. So you can get a smaller pan. It doesn't have to be a large pan. You can have a set like this. And then in the set, when you are filling it up, you can just get these little pans. You get these little pans, empty pans. This is also the Mungyo empty pans. And then you just get your paints that you use, your favorite colors or the colors that you use most often, or whatever color you want to put in there. And then you can just fill this pan with, fill the set with 12. This one takes 12 pans. You just put the 12 pans in there, and then you add your watercolor to them, and you are good to go. And you just pack it up, and it's a nice compact little palette to carry with you. It's even more easier to carry than the one that I'm using. This one here that I do use is quite thin though, so you can see it's quite a thin design, so it's not really bulky. So yeah, if you want something smaller, you could take a smaller set. You get a lot of different ones. This is just the one that I got, but yeah, that's the one that I used, or that's the one that I've used for this watercolor pan that you see me using in most of my videos. That's for this one. So the other things that I use usually when I'm going out to do any painting or drawing is if I'm using a brush like this, I would have obviously my water, because I'm not using the water brush, this is just a regular brush. I need my water, and then I need this cup. This is a water cup by Faber-Castell, and I really like this one. This is a blue color one. It's got two different blues, and I like that it can fold up like this, and you can just easily put it into your bag when you're not using it, and then when you're ready to use it, you just pop it up, fill it with water, and you can rinse your brushes out. So I have used one like this already a lot. I used it a lot in my studio, and that's this one over here. It's also Faber-Castell. This is the orange and red one. My one's quite dirty and stained with paint because I use it a lot. So yeah, this is my main one I use for watercolor, so it's quite messed with paint. But yeah, I really recommend this whether you're doing painting outdoors or whether you're painting in your studio. I highly recommend you getting this cup. It's very useful if you do need to pack it away, or if you need to just travel with it. It makes life very easy. So that is the next thing that I take. And then obviously, as I said, if you're not using regular brushes, you can use a water brush. Now water brush is just basically a brush. It depends what tip you want. You get different tips depending on the brush, and you just basically unscrew the water brush, you fill it with water, you just screw it back on, and then when you are using a paint, you apply your paint with it, and then you just press the barrel of it to just push out some of the water. You'll see the water going through and reaching the bristles, and you can control how much water you need depending on the amount you press. Although I do not use this much in my studio, I only use this when I go out painting, but it is helpful to have this there. Then you don't have to have a water and take your water cup with you. You just got your water already with your brush. And obviously with this you would need paper towels, so I always keep a paper towel or two with me so that I can just, you know, dab off the excess water or clean off my brush when I'm mixing colors, because obviously I do not have it's not a regular brush. I want to just clean up a color to use another one. You can just wipe it up on a paper towel and you're good to go. So that's another thing that I like to take with me when I'm going out to do any painting and drawing. Now the other things that I usually take is just a regular graphite pencil. This is a Faber-Castell Gold Faber pencil, HB pencil. It's just a regular graphite. You can take if you have got a mechanical pencil, you can take that as well. I like to use these ones. So yeah, this is a pencil that I just take with me. Any graphite pencil you can use, and a regular eraser if you like. I do like to use my kneaded eraser. So I've got my kneaded eraser in this little container. So I like these because they don't leave any erasings or erasing dust on the table when you're done. So it keeps your work area clean. And this is just a little container that I actually got. It came in my hair color when I used to color my hair. And it's for the gloves. The gloves come in this. So I just kept this container. I thought it's good for the kneaded eraser, and it keeps it like soft and doesn't let it dry out. So I keep it in there, and I think that's really helpful. And then obviously I just take this little sharpener. You can take any sharpener really. It doesn't have to be this particular one. I've actually got, let me just get it. Okay, there's a variety of different sharpeners that I do use, but this is the one that I would carry with me because this one here it's got a place for you to store your sharpenings after you finish sharpen, and obviously you can sharpen your pencil with it. And then I also got this one that I use in the studio, which is a Faber-Castell one, which has got different sizes on it, and obviously it's got the barrels, which basically, if you open it up, you can see it's got a barrels which collects all the sharpening. So this is another one that I really like using, but I use this in the studio. I don't usually travel with it. And then the other one that I would recommend if you want to is this one. It's quite compact, not as compact as this. This is far smaller, and these are really cheap. They're not expensive at all. These ones are a bit more up on the pricier end. That's why I do not take them when I go out sketching. I usually take this one because it's inexpensive. But this one here is more expensive, and I would feel very bad if I lose them because they cost a lot of money. So this is another one. It's a Derwent one. It comes with two different sizes, and if you open it up, you can just collect all the sharpenings in there or the shavings in there. So yeah, these are other two options if you want to take anything like this with you, but I would recommend usually using this one. And then if you want one, you can use this, but this is your regular inexpensive sharpener that you get, which I use a lot in the studio as well, because I mainly use these for my color pencils, as well as the Derwent one. But then if you're looking for, or if I'm using like pastels, then I would use the larger section for my pastels, or even my charcoal pencils. But with these ones, I would, this one I would usually use for my pencil most of the time. But in the studio, I have a little container that I just drop the sharpening in. So if you don't want to have the hassle of not having place to drop it and you making your area dirty with this, so then this is the best option, I would say, for going out. So that's the one I usually take to going out. I just want to show you other options that you have got, or that other sharpeners that I use. And then the last thing is pens. Now I don't really take a variety of pens with me. This is just a regular ballpoint pen. As you can see, nothing fancy. I just usually take a black ballpoint pen with me. But you can take any pen you have. It can be a gel pen, it can be a fine liner, any pen you have, whatever colors you want. You can take the pen with you, and you can just have a variety of colors. Even you can take, if you've got a set of different color ballpoint pens and you want to paint, draw with different colors, you can take those with you as well. Or you can take one or two different colors, maybe a blue, maybe a black, maybe a green, whatever colors you'd like to use. You can take that as well. It doesn't have to be this one. This is an Artline ballpoint pen 1.0. It's quite inexpensive, this one. It doesn't really cost much. So you can see this is very minimal, and this is basically everything that I take when I go out to do my sketching and painting in restaurants or coffee shops, wherever I'm going out. If I go out anyway, this is what I basically carry. Like I said, this one I only use in the studio. I don't use it when I go out, but these ones are basically everything that I use when I go out to for my urban sketching. I don't usually take the brushes with me, but you can take the brushes if you like using those brushes. But these are my essentials that I take with me when I'm going out. And well, obviously you need to have your paper towel, and well, you need water as well. So definitely this is what I would have in my bag when I go out just for sketching. It's also sometimes nice if you've got a selection of different markers that you like to use, and you've got a sketchbook that's suitable for using your markers, or that take those markers with you. You can take different color fine liners if you've got them. You can take those with you. You can take a small set of color pencils as well. Like for example, this is the largest set, but you get a set of 12 as well. But you can take a set of color pencils like this with you, so that you've got some different color pencils to work with. It doesn't have to be this big set. This is a 24. You could use a size 12 pack, and you could use that to do some drawings and you know, add some color to your paintings. Or if you do a watercolor painting, maybe you want to add some detail, you can use this as well. So really it's entirely up to you what supplies you want to take with you. You don't have to take these specific supplies. It doesn't have to be these brands. Once again, I just want to mention this in my videos. I always mention it. I'm not sponsored by any of these brands. I just like using these products, and so I'm not really one to take a lot of different supplies, but it's good to have a variety to choose from as well. But try not to overwhelm yourself by taking too many supplies, because if you have a variety which is too many to pick from, you may spend a lot of time trying to decide what you want to use, when you should be actually just getting into your painting. So especially when you're urban sketching, you need to be fast and quick, especially if you're painting or drawing the people around you, or getting the atmosphere of the place with the people around you, and just try to get their gestures down and everything. It's a bit harder if you're going to be, you know, fumbling around all your supplies trying to decide what you want to use. So it's best to keep it minimal, I feel. It's just my opinion. If you like to take more supplies, by all means take more supplies. And well, sometimes if you do go on longer adventures where you're going to be painting for the entire day somewhere, or where you're going to be painting for many hours in a couple of different days somewhere, you go on a retreat somewhere, then you need more supplies. Then you, by all means, then even I would be taking maybe my markers, maybe some more color pencils, or maybe I'll be just taking this one. I don't usually take color pencils with me, but maybe I'll take color pencils, more different color pens maybe. So it's entirely up to you what you feel comfortable with, what you like using. At the end of the day, all that matters is that you enjoy your creative session wherever you are, and you just enjoy the creative process and create something that you're proud of and that you enjoy. So these are my travel art supplies that I take with me when I go out and I'm painting and drawing at coffee shops or at restaurants. I don't usually take the color pencils with me, But as I said, that is an option if you want to add some color. A smaller set will be fine. It won't be a hassle to carry around. But a minimal amount of supplies is perfect, especially if you're going to be just painting or drawing for a few hours. I think that's fine. It's enough for you to use, even if it's for the day. I think it's perfect, the amount. But like I said, these are what I take out with me when I go out painting, urban sketching or drawing or painting. So you can choose what you want to use and what you enjoy using and what you're comfortable using outdoors, in public. Because people are going to see your artwork and they are going to come up to you to compliment you or to see what you're doing. People are curious, so that's something to expect. So you must be comfortable with the medium you're using. But I think as long as you enjoy the process of creating, you enjoy the atmosphere and the mood of creating, that also would also impact on how you create, what you create, and what medium you feel like using. So it's good to have a bit of a variety, but try not to overwhelm yourself with too many supplies and too many to choose from. So just get what you need and what you would like to use. A few, 2 or 3 I would think would be fine, and then go from there. And then just you got those to choose from when you're at the place wherever you are painting and drawing. So you don't have to spend time choosing what you want to paint with. You've got a few to choose from and you're good to go. So I guess that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you found it helpful. If you did enjoy this video, don't forget to give it a like, because that really helps the channel. Share it if you can, if you know anyone who wants to see a video like this maybe, and if it can benefit someone else. If you have anything to add or you have any questions, please put it down in the comments down below. And don't forget, if you don't want to miss this kind of videos or other art videos and creative inspirational videos that I put up on my channel, then you could consider subscribing. Till the next one, bye.